Hi Sagittarius. So we're kind of just gonna jump in really quick. I'm not really sure what these messages are gonna entail. Turn it down a little bit. Hi, my name is B. Just in case if you're new here, if you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. Yeah, I just kind of want to jump in and get started. I don't really know what's gonna come out, so it'll be a surprise to both of us. Give me some messages for okay. Page of Wands came out reversed. This is a good time to make sure that you're following your curiosities. Okay, what is it? What is it that you're curious about that you're not leaning into it? Okay, what relationship, what job, what position, what thing, what new idea could you maybe be being hesitant on, like following through with? Is a good start to this reading. Yeah, the Hermit card is also reversed. Sagittarius, if you have been in hermit card, if you've been in retreat mode, if you've been in isolation, if you've been in solitude, if you've been reflective, now is the time to come out of that. I guess that also is pretty on brand. We're coming down to the final days of Pisces season. We're entering into the new days of Aries season, so we're starting the new astrological new year in the next couple of days. I think the spring equinox is this Thursday on the 20th. It's currently the 18th, so we have like 2 days. So this is a good time to really come out of like hiding, is what this seems like. What new ideas have you been sitting on that it's time to really act upon? What is it that you're not doing? How are you not putting yourself out there? Now is the time to really start doing that. You could be having some Virgo in your chart. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Yeah, this Four of Swords came out with it. This makes me feel like for a lot of you guys, or us rather, we could have maybe been in a period of retreat, rest, and relaxation, especially because Pisces season is like universally sleepy time season. It makes a lot of people tired, groggy, and things like that. That's very normal. But it's given again. If you haven't locked in for 2025, if you haven't started taking action on those ideas, if you haven't started taking action on your New Year's resolution, so to speak, or whatever, now is the time to really start doing it. Okay, the days of rest and rejuvenation is over. It's time to hit the ground running, and it's time to take off with some things. Okay, no more separating yourself, no more isolating yourself, no more hiding yourself away from the world. What ideas do you need to start implementing? What is it that you have been curious about that you haven't allowed yourself to lean into those insecurities, preferably because you feel like whatever idea of this thing probably ain't gonna work out. The Ten of Cups is about like the fantasy of it, the daydream, the hopefulness of it all, right? The Ten of Cups is kind of different from the Ten of Pentacles because the Cups is more like the dreamy state, the fantasy of the thing, right? The white picket fence, the wife and the life. That doesn't always have to indicate for family in like love, though. This could definitely just be the dream job, the dream career, the dream vision and thing that you want to do, that you like. Every day I wake up and I envision this for myself. Sagittarius, we dream so big all the time. We can definitely shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars. But how are you making that vision come to life? Now is the time to really ask yourself, how are you making that vision come to life? Or are you sleeping on these ideas? Are you sleeping on these dreams? Are you sleeping on these things? Or are you just too restful, period? Right? I know even for myself as a Sagittarius, like I have the next 4 days off, including yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. So I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? I gave myself Monday to rest and relax. Let me do nothing, be lazy. I'm a garden a little bit, smoke me a little something. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to chill, relax, and just rejuvenate myself. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to take some action and get things done that I need to get done, right? So this is a good example of that. Not saying that that's exactly what you doing, but again, a good example of that. How are you resting and allowing yourself to rest, and then being like, okay, now it's time to pop out. Now it's time to do the thing. Now it's time to actually execute, right? What is this? Give me this Page of Wands reverse. What is this that Sagittarius isn't really leaning into? What is this that Sagittarius isn't really leaning into? The Page of Pentacles is also here, but then we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's something you can be investing your time in, your effort in, your money in. Yeah, but look at this. The Moon card. I mean, not the Moon card. The Sun card is reversed. Leo, this could indicate you. This could be your energy. Okay. With this Leo energy here again, Virgo energy is here, also here down at the bottom of the deck. So you could be a Virgo with some Sag in the chart. a Sag with some Virgo. You could be a Leo with any of these signs. Okay, but it's time to get outside of your head. It's like Sagittarius, you thinking too much about it. Okay, or you thinking too much in a very victimized mindset, and it's keeping you from this new beginning that you could have. Okay, again, maybe there are some new ideas that you want to take action on, but maybe you feel like, oh, the people ain't gonna like this. I'm not gonna make any money back off of this. This isn't going to be a good investment, right? This is going to flop. It's going to fail. It's not going to, achieve all of what it is that I'm fantasizing and daydreaming that it could achieve. And it's like, but who said that it can't? You're almost like mentally restricting yourself. Look how she's like in these ropes. The Eight of Swords is about victimized mentality, but it's also about creating a mental prison in your head, understanding that you can get out of this and get unstuck whenever you're ready. You have to be the one ready to get yourself out of this. You have to be the one to actually get out of your head and into your body and take action. You'll never really know how good things can get until you take action. That's like being on the opposite side of a creek. And you know that it's prize money over there. You know that if you just cross this creek, it'll be $5 million sitting real pretty for you. But you like, oh, this creek, I don't really know. It's like with Sagittarius, stop thinking about it and just jump. If you just jump, you will be surprised how quite easy it is to get over it, how quite easy success is, how quite easy all of these things will start to fall into place if you just do the thing. We are the centaurs in astrological archetype. We also have the bow and arrow. That's like suiting up your bow and arrow and then being afraid to take the shot. For some of you, this isn't about being afraid to take the shot. This is about learning when it's time to shoot. Okay, sometimes you can line your bow and arrow up, but you gotta wait for the wind. If the wind blowing, you gonna fuck your shot up. Yeah, I would be scared to actually shoot my arrow too. I'm sure it would be unsuccessful because this wind is blowing. But how well can you kind of pace it? Are you still kind of waiting like, oh, maybe the time isn't right? Oh, I'm not ready to do that thing yet. Oh, I'm not in a position in my life to be able to achieve this. Or are you just gonna shoot for the motherfucking bullseye and know that you can make it? Right? It's kind of giving that type of vibe. It's time to invest your money. It's time to invest your energy. It's time to invest your time into doing the thing. Stop thinking about it. It's not the time to keep thinking about it. It's time to start investing the action, investing the money, investing the energy, investing the effort into getting the thing done. You thinking too much about it and you keeping yourself in this mental prison. This is like, I'm hearing the word vicariously through me. So it could be that you also living vicariously through people. How many times is it that it's easy for you to jump on the internet and scroll and watch another motherfucker do exactly what it is that you could be doing with your life? You just haven't actually taken the action to do it and get it done. Give me this 10 of Cups reverse. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say Sagittarius. Well, no, we are on Sagittarius. This ain't just fire signs. Yeah, I guess me saying Leo kind of throw me off like this was just a fire sign thing. But Sagittarius, here you are with this King of Wands. But we also have this Devil card reverse. This is a Capricorn energy. So again, you maybe could have some Capricorn in your chart. Yeah, Capricorn with some Sag in your chart. But bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor reverse. Now is the time to really start taking action in order to really make that vision come to life. That 10 of Cups reverse, like I said, this is about, whatever fulfillment, whatever satisfaction or a daydream or fantasy you have of like, oh, when this happens, as people, we always have that one thing where it's like, oh, but when this happens, life is going to be so great. When I finally get the promotion at my job, when I finally get the home that I seek, when I finally find the person, when I finally get the whatever the fuck fill in the blank here, it's going to be so sweet. And it's like, but you waiting on what? Is kind of what this is asking you, right? It'll empower you more to do the thing through it. The Devil card is reversed. So this is about learning how to take your power back, actually. Taking your power back and understanding that you can take action, right? The King of Wands is someone who is creative and inspiring, even inspires others. But again, the Emperor is much more calculated. Maybe for some of you, you feel like you still got to calculate some calculations. Maybe for some of you, you feel like you ain't at a particular place to be able to play chess, not checkers, but you actually can. The King of Wands is asking you to get creative and get inspired about how you're going about doing this. You might not have the most black and white plan strategy list on how to do it. The emperor can be very, again, calculated, very in control of the thing. They know what they doing. They know what their next 5 moves is before you might even know what your next 3 moves is. The king of wands is someone who's gonna take action, but he might have to do that shit on a whim. He might do it off of an impulse and get that shit done. He ain't gonna sit with an idea for too long. He gonna go ahead and implement that motherfucker and start building upon it, right? But then that comes with creativity. You gotta learn how to kind of maneuver as you go. You might kind of hit some monkey wrenches in your plan, right? But especially because if you might be moving a little too impulsive. But that's cool. How can we pivot? This is a good time to really thinking about that. How can you empower yourself through taking action? Instead of just sitting with your thoughts, sitting with your ideas, sitting with, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I might be finna do. Oh, when I get the money for this, then I'm gonna do that. Or when I get to this area in my life, I'm gonna do this. You know, sometimes you gotta just work with what you got. Sometimes you gotta just do the thing while it's presented to you or miss an opportunity. So whatever this is, Sagittarius, making sure that you don't miss your opportunity is what this sounds like. Making sure not only do you not miss your opportunity, but you get out of your head and get into your action. Start taking action. Stop sitting with these ideas for so long. You might not have the money you want or would like to have to kind of get started, but you have the money to get somewhere. So it's like, utilize that. You know, even for myself, I recently told myself I wanted to start vlogging. I don't have the money for this new good shit, beautiful, good quality ass camera. I got my raggedy ass iPhone 11, but it works just as fine as well to where I can upload these videos to this laptop and I can get that shit out just as good. I can eventually buy the camera down the line, but I got to start somewhere. I just have to get started. I just have to start taking the action, editing the videos, upload the videos. The quality can come. Right, the duration can come, the good quality and the angles and all of that shit, and the tripod and all of the fancy ooey gooey shit that bloggers have. Okay, cool, that can come with the carry mic and all of that shit. It'll come eventually. But where are you getting started at? How are you putting yourself out there? How are you allowing yourself to be seen? Sagittarius has a big message here of allowing yourself to be seen. Daughter romance slipped out as I was talking, so for some of you this does apply to romance. For some of you, it's like you kind of withholding yourself. You kind of keeping people at arm's length and shit. For some of you, that's where that 10 of cups come in. This 10 of cups is indicating you might feel like I'm not going to have the fantasy or the wife or the life or the husband that I want. For some of you, again, this is not taking action on what it is you desire, the fantasy and the idea of family that you desire, because you feeling like, oh, I don't have this, I'm not ready, I'm not fully equipped. Sometimes you're not going to always be the most ready. You're not going to always be the most ready. You're not going to have the finances the most in order. Same thing with, for women, I noticed that with being a mom, where it's like, oh, I'm not ready to be a mom. Sometimes you're not going to have all your ducks in a row to just be the best mom that ever did it. Sometimes you got to learn as you go. That's the beauty of this shit. You're not going to have everything down packed right away just to know how to be the best mom and the best nurturer and to talk the right way and this, that, and the third. But you learn as you go. The anxiety card just flipped over. But again, you're going to stop that and keep you from allowing you to have the family you want because you feel like, oh, well, what if I'm not the best mom since goddamn, I don't know, Martha Stewart or some shit like that? Like, I mean, hey, not everybody can be Mrs. Huxtable. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can be Aunt Viv on Fresh Prince and shit. Sometimes you got to learn as you go. That's the beauty of it. But are you going to let that hinder you? Are you going to let that stop you? Are you going to allow that to keep you from dating, finding a husband, finding a wife, having the family that you seek? The envy card is here. For a lot of you Sagittarians, you're thinking very, very negatively. For some of you, that could be some of you who got this Capricorn in this chart with this devil reverse. Don't think about how things can go wrong. This is with career, this is with ideas, this is with romance, this is with friends, this is with whatever you got going on that you feel like you want to start, whatever endeavors is on your heart and on your mind at this time. This is not the time to be thinking about what all can go wrong. Even in this envy card, you see how she focusing on the darkness, but see, if she turned her ass around, it's light all behind her, but see, she's focusing on the darker parts. She's not turning around to focus on where the sun is shining over in the other room. She thinking about all of the doom and gloom that's in front of her and shit. make sure you shift in your focus. This is not the time to be pessimistic. This is the time to be optimistic. Okay, angel of love is here. Make sure you're nurturing yourself through things. Just as much as things can go wrong, things can go right. Remember, we are ruled by Jupiter. I don't subscribe to being lucky, but I do subscribe to being blessed. Amen. So when you know that God is on your side, you already know there's nothing that you could never ever fail at. God already got you. As long as it's ordained in his plans, you're not going to fail with nothing. You just got to keep slow rolling it until it get there. The thinking man is right next to it, and the thinking woman is right up under that. For some of you, this definitely is about love and partnership. And where love and partnership applies, this is the same message. Stop thinking so negatively about everything. It's so easy when you like somebody, when you love somebody, you're dealing with them to pay attention to all the shit you don't like. That's easy. We all do that. It's hard to really think about the things that made you fall in love with them in the first place, huh? It's hard to really think about, well, damn, why did this girl really get on my goddamn nerves? And I mean, damn, she be stressing it, but I love her motherfucking ass. I fell in love with her ambition. I fell in love with her smile, her sense of humor. I love how safe he make me feel, even though he be making me feel like I want to get some knuckles upside that motherfucking head sometimes. But I feel seen, I feel heard, I feel like I'm in my soft girl era. Make sure you remembering all of the things you like instead of all the shit that you don't like. Especially as Sagittarians ruled by Jupiter is very important. We stay optimistic. A lot of shit works out in our favor because we stay at the positive. We focus on the positive. We focus on the silver lining that everything can go right. This is the time to make sure you're still doing that. Don't get off in your head and then get the goddamn putting yourself in this mental prison of woe me and shit be happening to me, and then everything from my love life and nothing in my career goes right and nothing with my finances, and then I don't have nobody around me, and then all of this negativity and shit, and then you bury yourself in that, and then it'll be hard for you to really feel like you want to take some action on some things because you're thinking about everything that could go wrong, and now you done put so much anxiety in your spirit and shit to where now you feel like, oh, I just don't know if I'll even won. I don't know. Okay, get out of your head, Sagittarius. It's time to start taking some serious actions, and it's time to start really empowering yourself to start taking these actions. You're good at being under pressure. You know how to work very well under pressure. Even if you impulsively make a decision on something and you set out to maintain a goal or to achieve something, how many times have things not necessarily went the way that you hoped that they'd go, but you had to quick pivot and you had to think fast on your feet. You've done it time and time before. You can do it again. Don't let the anxiety convince you that you can't do it. Okay, thank you again so much for getting this far in my video. I deeply appreciate it. My name is B. Just in case if you forgot from the beginning of this, check down below in the description box. My personal readings are definitely open. Turnaround time is from 24 hours to 72 hours. Join our Patreon. Subscribe over here. Join our family. I deeply appreciate it. And yeah, like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments if this resonated. I'll see y'all over on the next video.